They're the Earth's first fighters, the ultimate predators. New discoveries in forensic science bring to life the prehistoric art of war. This is Jurassic Fight Club. Majungatholus is snatched from his mother. The male knows he needs to kill the offspring in order to successfully mate with the mother. She leans over, rips open his stomach, and continues her feeding frenzy.
The female Majungatholus shoves her head into the stomach cavity of the male.
That mouth was in a lot of trouble. Wanting everything out, bones and flesh and gut.
The prehistoric crime scene held the answers.
It's
half a ton of pressure and crushes its spinal cord.
He throws it to the ground and using his foot claw, he stomps the baby. She grabs the Nanotyrannus in her mouth and using the bite force of 1,000 pounds per square inch.
And they would just tear out a big chunk of meat.
Although its teeth were formidable weapons, instinctively as the pack, the Dinosaurs launches an unexpected counterattack.
Once the Deinonychus land on his back, that Dinosaurus is going to roll over, using his weight to crush them.
The assault intensifies. The raptors are now in an all-out feeding frenzy.
As he fights for his life throughout this horrific assault, members of the raptor pack. But after an exhausting effort, this dinosaur finally loses consciousness and falls to the ground.
The speed, intelligence, and cunning of the raptors is too much for the lumbering beast. Pounds of Allosaurus actually stomped on them.
This was
The mother looks on helplessly as the Ceratosaurus tears open a large gash in the juvenile's flank. We now know that by the late Jurassic, the Ceratosaurus begins to move away from the Stegosaurus. With the force of a runaway freight train, the third Allosaurus crushes the unsuspecting Ceratosaurus. We now know that some Stegosaurs could have as many as 8 spikes on them.
The moment she feels her tails become free, she swings it with every bit of remaining energy she has, and it lands a direct hit.
The location of the bones told him.
Like a freight train, the impact crushes the ribs and splinters the arms of Allosaurus.
The momentum of the tail allows the Camarasaurus's front legs to become. With its massive weight, the Camarasaurus crushes its last remaining rival. But its victory would be short-lived. With all of its energy spent and once again firmly stuck in the mud, the Camarasaurus is condemned to a slow, agonizing death.
The Allosaurus. The Megalodon will move in to begin to feast on the carcass. The mistake the whale made.
Megalodon has triumphed.
It would probably quickly weaken and bleed to death anything that got a bite chunk of meat, but they can crush and swallow.
Before she has time to turn her head, the Allosaurus unleashes a 1-ton crush of teeth.
Completely lifeless and slumps to the ground. Clamp down on the shoulder of the Ceratosaur. The Ceratosaur roars in pain and is able to use its elongated upper teeth. The Ceratosaurus slumps to the ground, and the Allosaurus towers over its prey. He swings his tail from side to side like some medieval chainsaw. These sharp spikes slice through the soft skin of the Utah raptor. He rolls to get away from this deadly attack. Gastonia has won the battle.
Once Gastonia believes that the Utah raptor is unable to continue the fight. He again...
There was more competition for the available...
The lion is primarily an ambush hunter. Its great size would seem to make it hard to hide, but it is perfectly suited for its environment. Its coloring matches the brush. It moves silently on padded feet and is able to remain completely motionless for hours. When it strikes,
footing and towers over its rider. It throws the 750-pound megalion with little effort. Unfortunately for the lion, the bear happens to throw it in the direction of the cave.
the cave is over 85 feet deep. Arctic dinosaurs gathered in herds, not only for protection, but also to share body weight, allowed the dinosaurs to be more active. This was an advantage for the meat eaters, who expended more energy in a fight than the plant eaters. On an attacker, they're not attuned to their environment.
Herd moves back. Normally, these dinosaurs would be a dinosaur for himself. In their struggle to get away from the Albertosaurus, they begin to drown each other. To its advantage. Waiting for the right moment, it leans forward and crashes to the ground, crushing.
This would immediately send it running.